The European Commission has officially admitted to an unbelievable scandal. It is confirmed that funds allocated by the European Union from taxpayers' pockets to environmental organisations were also used to finance campaigns targeting political opponents. Those who opposed the implementation of the Green Deal, among others, were attacked. After years of suspicion, the truth has been revealed. The European Commission has officially confirmed environmental NGOs were receiving money for more than just climate-related activities. The Commission notes that the work programme submitted by NGOs contained unacceptable lobbying activities. At issue is funding for environmental organisations from as much as $1 billion worth of the LIFE programme. Its purpose was intended to be simple. The LIFE programme is the European Union's only financial instrument dedicated exclusively to co-financing environmental and climate projects. The word exclusively, however, is misleading. Among other things, organisations that receive these funds and use them to rally against right-wing political figures and any voices critical of the EU's climate policy. They bought figureheads and influenced elections in individual countries where the European establishment was threatened. There is currently no way to enforce accountability against the perpetrators of such actions for influencing elections. This includes the issue of the Green Deal, pushed by the Brussels elite. Its opponents have been criticised by environmental organisations. Meanwhile, the regulations in question negatively affect farmers, among others. They also create an increase in energy prices, which hurts the entire EU economy. EU climate policy has essentially made large companies start moving production out of the EU because they cannot withstand these huge climate regulation burdens. Today we find out that election interference in favour of these policies was financed with European taxpayers' money. Taxpayers who have no control over what their money is spent on. Only about a third of NGOs disclose what they use their EU funds for. Yet they continued to be funded. Here we have such a huge dark zone. This issue should be immediately investigated by the European Court of Auditors, and those responsible for these processes, which have served to harm the European Union, should be named. Brussels promises corrections to the LIFE programme and promises greater transparency. However, the European Commission, headed by Ursula von der Leyen, still wants to support environmental NGOs. This is not the first scandal. There was Qatargate, the Pfizer scandal. Ms von der Leyen remains unpunished. That's what the European Commission was set up for, so that Ms von der Leyen could continue to do what she wanted on behalf of German interests. As President of the European Commission, she should, in theory, look after the interests of the entire Union.